So welcome guys back to another video in the channel. Today we're doing another episode of Arsenal Transfer News Daily. We've got a lot of news as Socrates has been linked to Spain, Gabriel Martinelli has interest from Manchester City, and the first bit of news we're going to start with is Rob Holding. You've already seen my thoughts about this, so I'm just going to read out what Arsenal have officially announced now for Rob Holding. So he has signed a new long-term contract with us running until 2024 with an option for a further year. That is something I said yesterday. The centre-back has made a memorable return from the knee injury sustained at Old Trafford 2 years ago. He was a key part of our Emirates FA Cup victory last season, missing just one match in a whole run to the final, playing the whole 90 minutes in the Wembley win over Chelsea. He has continued that form and has already made 16 starts this season. Technical Director Edu said, "We are very happy to have Rob signed on a new extension. He is 25 years old and is coming into the peak of his career, and we're delighted he'll be with us during these important years. Rob has shown great maturity and quality on and off the pitch in recent months and is developing well. We are looking forward to Rob continuing his progression in the years to come." Mikel Arteta added, "Since I started as a manager, I've been hugely impressed with Rob's contribution to the club in the dressing room, on and off the pitch. The quality of his work every day on the training pitch is excellent, and he's translating this into consistently high performances in matches. We all know Rob's quality, which he has shown in his displays during the intense moments of those two FA Cup final victories. We are all very happy that Rob has signed a new contract. He's very popular with all the players and staff, and we're looking forward to watching him continue to grow with us in the coming years. Since joining us from Bolton Wanderers in July 2016, Rob has made 96 first-team appearances, winning 2 FA Cups along the way. The highlight of Rob's first season was a superb performance in the 2017 FA Cup final, with his commanding display alongside Per Mertesacker ensuring we won the trophy with a 2-1 win over Chelsea. Everyone at the club would like to congratulate Rob on his new contract and look forward to continuing his contribution." So yeah, that is Rob Holding signing a new contract officially with Arsenal. You've seen my thoughts on it. As I said, I hope he's just a utility player, but from what it seems like here, it looks like he's going to be a key player for us. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I think with a good centre back next to him, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I'm going to hold off reservations and judgments until later. So that is the news that Rob Holding has signed a new deal. Next bit of news is on Gabriel Martinelli. Now, this is big breaking news that I have gotten from a source, a few reports actually coming last night, and that is Manchester City are readying an £80 million bid for Gabriel Martinelli. This is huge breaking news as Manchester City do look for a long-term replacement for Sergio Aguero, and Martinelli is number 1 on that list for players to replace Sergio Aguero at Manchester City. Martinelli has been brilliant for us. I just can't stress, he has been one of our best players in the last, ever since he's been here. He's been brilliant. He scored 10 goals in his first season. No teenager for Arsenal has done that in double digits since Nicolas Anelka, and he was a big star for us, big teenager for us coming through as well. So someone like Martinelli has been a brilliant talent for us, and I think just this transfer fee, £80 million, because he signed a new deal with us last year, 1 year after he joined, so he's on a long-term deal, and we could get as much money as we can for this geezer. We could get a lot of money for him. £80 million we could get right now. Imagine what we could get this time next year. I think that could be doubled if he continues, and it looks like now with his injury, I put my community post, go check those out. I'll put daily updates for Arsenal news and etc, and a bit of funny stuff here and there, but I did say that Martinelli will be back next week, so if he is, this should be brilliant news, because Martinelli, such a hungry player. He always wants the ball, he always will fight, he'll always press, he'll always do the things you need from a striker, even from a winger. Put him cam, put him striker, left wing, right wing, he'll do a job for you. He is that good. He was so good for his last season. He's one of my favourite players in this Arsenal squad, if not my most favourite in this Arsenal squad, and I missed him ever since he got that injury in the middle of last season. I thought after lockdown he could have really helped us, but unfortunately he wasn't able to help us. So it's very interesting to see what happens with Gabriel Martinelli, whether we do hold on to him. The report suggested that Manchester City will try and test our resolve with Martinelli. 70 to 80 million pounds was the figures said. Again, I think we could get more in 1 or 2 years, so I think Arsenal will look at that and just hold off and say, look, Manchester City, this guy's value could double in a year or two, and I don't think he's in an eager to leave. And I think someone like Martinelli, obviously from Brazil, his dream, every Brazilian's dream is to play for Barcelona or Real Madrid. That's basically done. I see someone like Martinelli in one of those two clubs. in the next few years. And those two clubs right now are going through financial crisis, but in 1 or 2 years time, Martinelli's looking at that and saying, look, I could get a deal there. And you know, Barcelona, Real Madrid, they play over the odds for players, so we could get up to 150 million pounds for Martinelli. That's done. I think we could definitely. So that's a huge profit, because we only paid 6 million quid for him. Add on all the wages, 10 million quid probably paid him so far. That's a bargain, absolute bargain. And someone like Martinelli will be huge for us in the future, and hopefully he can command a huge transfer fee when it comes to it, because someone like Martinelli, I don't see him staying in this league as much as I really want him to, because I think he could really rip up this league to another level if he gets some consistency and stop getting these little niggles. I think obviously when he's completely back and when he's completely firing, he'll be unstoppable. I guarantee you that he'll be up there with the Sancho, Haaland sort of price tags. He will be up there. Take my word right now. So I think we do need to keep a hold on to someone like Martinelli, and that is the news that Manchester City are preparing an £80 million bid for the player. Next bit of news is on Yves Bissouma. We are talking about him again. A lot of reports last night and today are suggesting that contact has been made with his entourage's agents, basically in a deal to try and sign him. Now, Yves Bissouma, Brighton have signed his replacements, Moises Caicedo from Independiente, and it looks like that deal will happen in the summer because of the work permit issue. So he'll go out on loan in Belgium. Moises Caicedo, who will be joining Brighton, who's a midfielder, plays the same position as Yves Bissouma. So it does look like Bissouma, it will be a summer deal, but Arsenal have already made moves to try and sign the player. Other reports are suggesting that the only Premier League club he would come to is Arsenal, and he really wants to come to Arsenal. There were reports that he told friends he wanted to join, and Brighton are in a relegation battle at the moment, so a key midfielder like Yves Bissouma, to let him go, it won't be easy for Brighton to do. And I think Arsenal and Yves Bissouma will understand that, because I don't think Arsenal have £30 million at the moment to splash on a player like Bissouma. I think we will probably have to wait until the summer to try and sign him. £30 million is the price tag. Look, no offense to Brighton fans, but I would be happy if they got relegated, because it would mean we could get players like Lamptey and Bissouma on cut price fees. I think that's a possibility for us. Whether it will happen or not, that does remain to be seen. But someone like Bissouma, I would like at Arsenal, and I think the prospect of him playing next to Thomas Partey might appeal to him as well, because Thomas Partey is such a big player, and he'll be well known to him, and the prospect of playing next to him might attract him. And I think that's what players like Thomas Partey do to your squad. Not only do they add the quality and presence, they add that aura around him, that players get attracted to. And I think, if you know what I'm coming from in that aspect, and I think someone like Bissouma would definitely be that player who would come to us. And definitely Bissouma is a good midfielder, perfect partner, ideal partner for Thomas Partey. And let's see if we can get this one over the line. Even Fabrizio Romano in AFC we talked yesterday, he said that someone like Bissouma, contact has been made. Arsenal are very much monitoring the situation. Other Premier League clubs will be involved, whether there'll be a bidding war, not too sure yet, but I think this is something definitely for the summer. But Arsenal have made contacts with Bissouma and his entourages, and it's a deal that could happen potentially now or the summer. Next bit of news is on a player called Ali Akman. He is a player who plays for Bursaspor. Bursaspor, is that it? I think that's Turkey, isn't it? And according to a report by the Daily Mail, claim any potential suitors could land him for as little as £3 million during this month's transfer window, as Bursaspor are prepared to cash in on him, opposed to losing him on a free transfer this summer. The 18-year-old has been making great strides in Turkey this season, scoring 9 goals in 16 matches, highlighting the potential he has. Chelsea are also interested in the player as well as Arsenal. They spent big in the summer window, whereas, will they go after someone like him? Both clubs, however, are taking a liking to Akman, with the youngsters earning no shortage of plaudits. And Arsenal are reportedly, trying to go after him. He is a Turkey under-21 international as well. He started his career in Enexplor before moving to Bursaspor in 2015. Oh my goodness. He's subject of interest from Galatasaray and Leipzig last season, and he's played 25 times for Turkey's second tier. He wasn't a regular starter, but now recently scored 9 goals in 16 matches. Is he someone I'd go after? I don't really know anything about him. So £3 million, some are likening him to the second coming of Martinelli. I don't really know about that, but I think not £3 million. If you can get him on a free transfer on little wages in the summer, it's something I wouldn't mind. But I'm not going to talk too much about him. I don't know who this player is, so leave your thoughts in the comment section down below if you know anything about him. Next bit of news is on Socrates Papastotopoulos. Now reports today are suggesting, and last night, that Real Betis have been linked with the player. Socrates obviously linked to Genoa, Fenerbahce. Genoa are close to signing another centre-back, reported by Fabrizio Romano, so Genoa out of it. Fenerbahce, will they go after him? And now they're signing Ozil, so will they go after Socrates? Now Real Betis have entered the frame, will they get Socrates in? It's like a never-ending story with Socrates. He's so close to joining some club and then they just pull out for some reason. It's so weird with Socrates, but I feel for him because he really wants to play football, he really wants to try get out, but his huge wages aren't helping either. He's on 92 grand a week with some add-ons probably on it as well, so probably around 100 grand a week. Very interesting to see if he does leave in this window. I think he will. Real Betis, will they make a move? They've been linked with Willian as well in this transfer window. Will Real Betis make a move and try and sign him? Remains to be seen. I think we need to get him out of the door, as well as Ozil, who does look like he's leaving. So that is the news that Socrates has been linked to Real Betis. So that's it for today's Arsenal Transfer News Daily. What do you guys think of today's topic? Do you think we should let Martinelli leave? If so, how much for? Would you like leaves Bissouma? And are you happy that Socrates could be out of the door to Real Betis? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.